Hey kids, welcome back to String Cheese and Applesauce, where today we're going to do a build. Today it is this Lego Creator Winter Village set number 10222. Now this is the Winter Village post office. This was the Winter Village set from 2011, so I'm filming this in 2014. So this is a 3-year-old set. It's already been built a few times. I usually build these around the Christmas holiday, so all the minifigures are already built. Go ahead and quickly go through them. We have a dog, and there's nothing really too special about the dog. It's just plain brown dog. A little bit of printing on his nose. That's it for the dog. We have a man with a I guess a big winter hat on. Of course, the gray gloves. Plain everything. Plain torso, plain pants. We have a post office worker. So it has the zipped up jacket, little mail symbol on the front. Nothing on the backs. Nothing on the front of the legs. Just a basic little city print. I got a pin inside of the pocket. Then we have just the female. So this is a female with white gloves on, a scarf, nice little belt that's holding up a dress, a little bit of printing on the back, blonde hairpiece, and a red lipstick smile. Then we have the female post office worker. Now the torso is the exact same as the male one. You've got the male print here, you've got the pin, you got the zipper, got the little stripe, and then nothing on the back. I do like this hairpiece. It's a reddish brown. Then we have a man wearing a jacket with a hat and a scarf around his neck. Then we have the boy with overalls, no winter jacket, no gloves, no hat. He is just in his overalls and white shirt. You can see the overall printing on the back. So he's the least dressed for winter. This guy, at least he's wearing a flannel shirt and has the beard. So the beard is, provides warmth, right? So we've got the flannel shirt guy with the beard and no printing on the back. It's just a front printed flannel shirt. That's our 7 minifigures and a dog. So this little set with 822 pieces has a good assortment of city figures that you can populate your winter village with. So that's a good plus to have a bunch of cool figures. I'm just going to put them to the side for now. So like I said, this is 2011 set. I've built it many times before. 2011, 12, 13. So this is my 4th time building it. First time on camera though. So always a first time for everything. So typical with a lot of the other Winter Village sets, we're going to have a lot of little snow slopes and little white studs that represent the pieces of snow. So that's kind of what we're going to more or less start off with. As you can see, we're just building up some little slopes here so that in your imagination equals a pile of snow. Okay, and I did, before I built this, or before I started filming this, I did go through and verify that I had all the right pieces based on the part call out in the back of the instruction book. So we should be good. Should not have any issues with any missing pieces. Now right now they are kind of spread off to the sides off the camera view in a couple big piles, semi-sorted by color. So that being said, until we start using a bunch of the pieces, I may run into some slight delays finding the right piece. But I think it helps that they're sorted by color, so I may not have that big of an issue. Okay, so there's basically the first little accessory that we've built. It's a little bench. Of course, you got your piles of snow over here, and they show in the picture one of these pre-molded pine trees that goes with it. And we have our winter suit guy walking around shoveling up snow. So that's what he does with his little shovel. He's making piles of snow. And then we have the dog right here with our non-winter guy, the guy that's tough as nails because he doesn't need any type of coat, jacket, or anything. And they showed him in the picture with the little dog whip and the dog. Alright. So they show him with a bone. I guess that's to help entice the dog to come to him. And then in addition to the bone, he's holding this little horse whip thing. I don't know if he's, whipping the dog or what. Not quite sure what's up with that. So that's how they show him in the picture. I'm trying to get this to where he'll hold it and stand up. There it goes. That's our first little scene. I'll put that to the side. Next little scene we're going to build, well, it's not even a scene, it's the actual post office delivery truck, the mail delivery truck. Use a lot of dark bluish gray and light bluish gray with the delivery truck. Hopefully I can find them all quickly. They're all right over here in the pile. So I also have the wheels over here. I normally put the wheels on early because I know where they're going to go. There's no denying what these little Technic axles or pins are over here. There's no denying what those are for. But I'll hold off for now. I'll show a little bit of patience and restraint. So dark bluish gray at the bottom here, and then we start to get into the red. The bulk of the delivery truck is all red with some dark bluish gray accents. So that's what we're seeing here at the bottom is the accent colors. Tile, there we go. I need a 2x2 gray, light bluish gray. Found it. There. Alright, so that's where we're at so far. Bet you can already tell what it is, right? What am I looking for? Oh, it's black. So the instruction books are hard to read, and I've found that over time that the instruction books actually fade slightly in color. So what used to be black now looks dark bluish gray. So I'm looking for, it looks dark bluish gray in my instruction book, but it's actually a 2x2 black plate. Pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. Make sure there is one in this set. There is only one. Found it. And then a grill. Should be light bluish gray. There we go. Alright. It's looking like a truck now, isn't it? What? It's not? Kind of is to me. Alright, we're getting to that point where I'm going to start pulling the pieces I need, because I tend to accidentally forget about things. Oh, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you know I'm not a fan of stickers. Well, this is one of the sets that I've actually put stickers on. So this license plate, do you see here what looks like a print? That's not a print, that is a sticker. So for all you haters out there asking me what's my deal with the stickers, you can take that to the bank. I actually put a sticker on. And all the regulars know that I don't have anything against stickers. It's those people that watch my videos for the first time ever, and they're like, dude, you forgot to put the stickers on. I'm like, dude, no I didn't. I didn't want to put the stickers on. And they're like, dude, why do you hate stickers so much? I'm like, dude, did you not watch the video? I said why I did not put the stickers on. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any people that, I mean, I don't know what they sound like on the other end. I'm just reading comments. That's the way that when I read comments, that's the way they sound in my head. Dude, awesome video. I'm like, yeah, I know. Thanks, Mom. Two blacks. Couple clips. Be careful with the creator sets, because there's these little modified plates with clips on the sides. There's two variations of them. One of them is this way, where the clip is kind of I guess horizontal, and then there's another variation where the clip is rotated 90 degrees. It's still on the same side as this one, but it's actually a vertical orientation. If you're building this at home with just spare pieces that you have, make sure you get the right clip, because it does matter. You won't be able to clip the things on there that you need to clip on if you get the wrong clip. So here's a perfect example right here, where we have another one. Same clip, it's just the horizontal version. And then we put it right here. see what happens is it lines up perfectly with that other clip that we just put on. You see the black one on the bottom right there, and then the dark bluish gray one on the top. And then when you look from the top, you'll be able to see right through there. And that's important for a step that's about to come up, because we're gonna stick something in there, and if you have the wrong clips, it ain't gonna work. Cool. So here's the part I was talking about. So we have these little light bar pieces right here. Sometimes you use them as water faucets for a sink. But these are actually going to hold on to these trans clear studs put on each one. And then this little bar piece that's angled down, we're going to put right inside of those two modified plates with clips on the side. And because they line up, that bar goes right through the top one into the bottom one and holds it all together just right. Kind of see it right there, how it's going through that top one into the bottom one. It helps hold those fenders on pretty well. So use the right clips or else you'll be having some issues there. So the only downside to me putting these stickers on is now I have to find the actual tile. Believe it or not, there's like 22 of these white 1x2 tiles, or 20 something ish in the set. So I have to thumb through them all and find the right one. Luckily I found that one pretty quick. So this is the other license plate, the one that goes on the front. And 1x2 plate. 1x2 black plate. Gotcha. The 1x2 plate goes right on top. And I need a black bar. So this little bar, just a plain old bar, clips right onto those clips on the front. And that's the bumper. And the license plate is actually clipped onto that bar. Kind of interesting little detail. Kind of gives it an old-timey look also. It does make for a fragile connection though, because this tile is only connected to one stud on that clip, and the clip is connected just to this one little bar, so it will freely move around and twist with any little bump of it. So it does make for a very unstable little connection, but it definitely achieves the old-time car look. Can't remember if this round grill was a sticker or not. I'll be able to tell you once I find it. Nope, that's a printed piece. So this little round tile has a cool little grill printed piece on it. So it goes on the front of the vehicle. That makes our little radiator. A couple more of these angled plates. And our back portion of the truck. So the delivery bed here, it's actually a covered little I guess, box truck type piece. So we've got flat tiles here, like a real smooth little flatbed back there. We have this 1x3, 2x3, I mean. A black jumper plate. I saw it earlier. Where'd it go? There it is. So we got a black jumper. Then we need a silver colored stud. I think it's in this pile. It's the only silverish piece in the set. Oh, there it is. It goes right there on that jumper. So that's your little hood ornament. So the front is pretty much complete. We can probably go ahead and get the wheels on. You know what? I'll still hold off on the wheels for now. It's tempting. I always want to put those on, but we'll hold off. All right. Then we're going to start building the panels, the side panels for the box truck piece. Interesting little thing here is this this little flick fire was not actually used in this set as a flick fire. It's used to hold on to snow, like snowshoes. Which, now that I think about it, that's the one thing that I forgot to make sure I had. I know I don't have them in here. I'm not going to worry about that right now. Alright, so you can see that little bar sticking out the side. That's the end of the flick fire. But there's a modified plate in there. You can see that little vertical clip. We were just talking about these. So this is the vertical one. It's actually in there holding that flick fire, so it won't go in. But what's going to happen is you'll be able to clip on something to this. It's actually going to be some snowshoes. I'll have to get those after the build. You'll see that in the review that I do of this set. But you can see something will clip on there. I just have to put that little green leaf piece. So this goes right back here, and the shoes would be hanging off the side right there. And you can see, I'll show you the instruction book. It's those little pieces. You can see the little snowshoes go right there. So that's what's supposed to go on there. Right. 2 jumper plates, the last thing I need on there. Okay. This next part is easy because it's these 2 panels. Already have stickers on them. So that makes it pretty easy. And we have 2 cool little presents here. So this one is just basically little boxes. There's a yellow present, and then we'll do a green one. The green one's a little bit shorter, so this one's a 2x2 brick, and the green one's actually going to be 2x2 plates with the 2x2 jumper on it, and then the square trans plate. So trans red 1x1 plate. makes the bow. So those go right in the back, this flatbed part. So you can see the mail truck has some holiday gifts to deliver. And then right on top of that goes the roof. A 1x3 tile, and then we need 8 red cheese slopes, 4 on each side. There's the first 4. Let's get this other side done real quick. 2, 3, and the last one, there you are. Gotcha. Alright, so now we're going to build a little roof rack. The roof rack has these modified panels with a little pattern cut in on the side. A 1x2 panel, and then a square 2x2 jumper right in the middle. Just like that. So we've created this little roof rack. The windshield for this vehicle is interesting. It's a trans clear panel. So it's one of these little wall panels. Connect it right here on the front, so it's 2 of them. And then on top of that, we have our roof to the truck. And on the roof, it's kind of funny, you got this roof rack. You would think you'd put a box or something up there. It's the sack that the delivery man attaches to their back to deliver the Christmas cards and or any other holiday mail. And then there's our wheels. So check that out. We've got a post office delivery truck. So that's the second little build in this post office Winter Village set. Now the next one's pretty cool. It's going to be a gazebo. And in the gazebo, there's going to be a little band playing. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it and check out this gazebo. And there's some interesting building techniques that are used with the gazebo, because as you may or may not know, gazebos are round shape or sometimes octagonal. This one's going to be kind of roundish, but they more or less form some sort of circle with some sides on it. So how do you pull off a circular object in Lego when most all of the bricks are rectangular? How do you do that? How do you do it? Well, you're going to see some cool little techniques that we're going to do for you. So you can see these macaroni bricks help start the curve. That's one good way to start it. But how do you continue that up? Because there's really not many other things that are going to be curved after a while. It's going to get into regular Lego bricks. So starting off, we've basically laid the foundation of the gazebo. We have the macaroni bricks kind of creating that curved shape. And then what we're going to do is, you can see it's curved, but there's a little pie cut out right here. So what that is some steps that are going up to the gazebo to get into it. So here's where it starts to get a little bit interesting. So we're going to take these 4 white jumper plates. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have these 1x4 white plates basically on each quadrant of the circle. So there's our 4 jumper plates. In addition to that, we've got a few little tiles I'm going to put on here just to finish off the steps, really make them look like completed steps. There's no studs showing, so you can see, you know, nice little corner step path going up there. Now we do have these plates, these little 4x4 pie-shaped wedge plates. Those will help create the curve shape as well. So let's start with that. So these are the floor of the gazebo. So that's once you're up the steps, this is the floor that you stand on. Alright, so now we're going to get, this is going to be a little bit hard to follow along. It was the first few times that I did it, but let me kind of tell you what's going on. So we have, we're going to put these 1x1 round bricks on top of those jumper plates we did a few steps ago. And then we're going to put these little turntable pieces in there. The turntable pieces are actually going to go on the floor inside the gazebo. And there's going to be 3 of them. And you can see they're kind of in between the 1x1 round bricks. Okay. Now we've got a few more jumper plates we're going to bring in and put right there next to each one of these round by 1x1s. Okay. So now adding this jumper plate on the inside, you can see now we have 2 studs lined up right here, right next to each other. And they're jumped offset from these studs that are here. Okay, and there's a good reason for that. So let's move on to the next step where we have some little panels. And what these panels do is they go on this turntable on the inside face, looking in like little seats. So you see those kind of look like little seats in there. See how those are laid in. Now the turntable still will turn freely, but after we add a few things, they won't be able to. So let me get the pieces for the next step. There's quite a few of them, so I'll pile them all right here. Need one more. There you are. 6. These. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to build 3 of these little modules. Do them all at the same time. So we have this brick, the studs on the side. And we're going to put one of these little modified bricks with this little clip pattern thing on there. A couple of these little teeth 1x1 plates. Then we have a little greenery leaf element and a red trans stud and a yellow trans stud. So you can see we're going to make 3 of those exactly like that. So let me go ahead and do those real quick. And these are going to attach to the other side of that turntable. So, you know, we filled out one side of it with that little panel piece. The other side is going to be these pieces. Pull this back in view. So our panels, remember, are facing inside like little seats. And then these little things that we built are on these other two studs facing outwards. Just like that. So you can see now we're kind of creating this little holiday looking decorations around the gazebo. Now, remember we have these jumper plates and these black studs. Well, here's where that all comes together right now. So we have 4 of these little fake piston pieces, and then we got 4 of these little bricks with a headlight stud on the side. So these little piston pieces, you can see it has that little bar that hangs off to the side. Well, we're actually going to put this little headlight brick right on the end there to where it connects to that bar, because there's a hole that goes through these. You can see that hole in there. And then once we have that little connection there, they go right on top of that jumper and that 1x1 round. So you can see how that's now creating our posts that are going up to the rooftop or the ceiling of the gazebo. So see, now we've kind of created this little round structure, believe it or not. And it's right now it's kind of semi-round. I mean, you still kind of have to use your imagination slightly, but it works. So now a couple more black 1x1 rounds on top. So now we're going to build the roof, and the roof is kind of like a tent looking roof. So we're going to push that to the side because we do this kind of its own little build. We have this little Technic plate that has an axle hole right through the middle. See that axle hole in there? Put a couple 2x2 studs, and in that axle hole, I mean not 2x2 studs, those are 1x2 plates. So we're going to put this axle pin in there. I call it an axle pin because it does have one axle and a pin. It's actually a friction pin too. And this cool little modified axle with clips on the side goes right on top of that friction pin on the top. So that's the first little part. Then we have another little Technic plate, 4 more of the 1x2 plates. Actually, I put that one on wrong. So it's slightly different. They don't go on the, both of them don't go on the bottom. One goes on the bottom, one goes on the top. I did it again. Doing it. And then this one connects to the bottom. So you can see we've created this little cross piece with our clips, remember, up here on the sides. Now we have 4 of these sloped bricks and 4 of the 1x1 trans red studs. Each stud goes on the bottom here. And then these little slopes connect to each corner of this brick. Just like that. We have a round plate with a 2 long axle, a half bushing, and a black dome. So we put the bushing at the end of the axle. The axle goes through the plate, and then that all connects to this dome that actually has an axle connector on the inside. Now that whole piece connects right on top here, and it's a little tricky to get all the studs to align just right, but once they do, that all holds it together. So we take this module and then we have to align it right on the top of our columns here. Same thing, it's a little tricky. You kind of have to shimmy it around a little bit to get them to line up. But once they do, you're supposed to hold on. There. You can see that. Now we're going to build the, remember we have that little modified clip thing. It's still hanging off the sides over here. So we're going to build the 2 little pieces that will actually, it's actually going to be 4, but they're 2 kind of separate. That are all going to connect to that. Two, 3. Alright, so we take this modified plate with a little clip on the side. We put this little pie wedge piece on there. And then we put these white tiles to kind of give it the look of snow on the top. And to be honest with you, the step should have been put the tiles on first and then put the wedge piece on, because they don't like to stay on very well. So then that clips on and then it just hangs down like that. So you see we're creating this cool little roundish shape. Alright, we've got 2 more for the other side. They're similar, but slightly less pieces. Okay. So you can see we don't use as many tiles on this one. So I guess there's not as much snow on those sides of the little gazebo piece. Now here's an interesting little part. We have this little star shape. It's like a snowflake star piece. And then we have some red studs connect to it. And there you go. That creates the gazebo. I wonder, let me look, I have the set pulled up here. Is that little star piece, how rare is it? It's only in 2 sets. What other set is it in? Oh, it's in the Winter Village Toy Shop. So it's only, this little star piece is only in the 2 Winter Village sets. So when I do the Toy Shop video, you'll see that piece again. Do they make it in any other colors? That's the other question. Let's see. It comes in purple and light blue. The purple one is in 4 sets and the light blue one is in 2 sets. So Belleville sets 2007 and a couple, yeah, all Belleville sets. It's a pretty rare little piece. Alright, so now we're going to build a couple little instruments for our band. It's going to be playing. First off, it's a simple little piece. It's a banjo. And it's created with a bar with a little clip sign piece that has a banjo sticker on it. And the guy that's playing this instrument is the black hatted guy with a scarf around his neck. So these little roof pieces are kind of unstable. So he's going to rock his banjo right there off to the side. Now we're going to build a cool little brick-built saxophone. So if you know by now, or you probably know, that there is a molded saxophone piece that Lego has made. Whenever this set was designed and built, they didn't have it yet, but it did come out in some collectible minifigures. So we had our blues player. I forget what his official name was, but he kind of looked like a blues brother. He had a saxophone. And then there was the Simpsons. I guess it was Lisa Simpson. She came with a saxophone as well. Alright, and the saxophone guy is flannel shirt guy. Flannel shirt guy who plays the saxophone. Brick-built saxophone. Deal with it. Haters gonna hate. And then he stands right up in here, actually up a few steps. So that's our little band playing the saxophone. So the title of this set is the Post Office, the Winter Village Post Office. And all we've built that is kind of post office related is the post office truck. Where's the post office? Thanks for asking. We're about to build it right now. So we've got all these accessories built. It's usually the way that the Lego sets work, is you build all the accessories first and then you actually get to the meat of this set. And unfortunately, that causes some kids to lose attention. So they get sidetracked or just bored with building essentially nothing yet. You know, they want to get the main thing built. So sometimes I wish they would put the instructions to the main model kind of first, and then you build all the accessories last, because sometimes the accessories are not that critical to the actual model. It's I wouldn't say a gripe, more of a preference. I'd prefer to see it one way. So if you've built any of the modular buildings, you're familiar with what's going on here. We're actually putting in a cool little patterned tile floor. So this is a detail that is not seen in too many other themes. other than the creator and the advanced, you know, like modular buildings. That's where they usually add all the floor tiles. It's a small amount of pieces that are added, but it creates so much style and aesthetics to the model that it's well worth it, in my opinion. I think they should do almost any type of building that ever gets built in Lego should have some sort of floor tiles on it. That's just my opinion. Oh, and the other thing about all of these Winter Village sets is they are the Hollywood set style, where the front facade is completely all built out and detailed, but when you turn the model around, it's completely open from the back, so it looks like you know, like a movie set, where the only the things that are in camera view are actually modeled or built. So you can potentially film an episode of Where Are My Pants? So we have an interesting little windowsill detail. So we've got these little headlight bricks again. We put a cheese slope facing down. Then we have two of them, two of the headlight bricks right next to each other with a jumper plate on it, holding them together. And then on that jumper plate we just have a stud that goes right in the middle. And then on the end you have another little cheese slope facing down. So you can see that little detail it's kind of created. Pulling all the pieces together. We're getting to that, definitely into that part of the model where it's critical that you don't forget a piece, because it's going to be a little challenging to go back and put them on there if you forget them. We have a cool little curved bay window that's also in this set. The techniques used for this window is not as complex as the gazebo, but it still takes a little bit of paying attention. Make sure you get it on right. Oh, and there's our fire for our fireplace. We are going to have a little fireplace in here. And a light, kind of bluish gray band. I guess it's kind of baby blue band of color. It's going to go all the way around the perimeter here. Forgot about this thing. This little red thing over here. We'll look at it a little bit detail here in a little bit, but it kind of just makes me wonder why they did that. We do have some mail in our little sack that was from the delivery truck. It actually hangs on the wall here also, and you can put some mail in there. So we're also getting to that point where it's just stacking some bricks. Kind of gets a little boring. So I'll try to talk through what's going on. So we got some sloped bricks over here to kind of contour the shape of the fireplace. And then right here we've got 1x1 bricks, but 2 of them have studs on the side. And the reason why they do is we have a little sign that we're going to attach to there, stickered piece, and the sticker is basically the price chart for postage. So people come in, here's the little counter that you come to. The male employee works on this side, and then that sign is to tell the customers how much it will cost to mail their package. Now this is the back side of the fireplace. I kind of like the way they do these. You can see we've got these headlight bricks again, and we're just kind of alternating a standard brick with a headlight brick. We have a normal brick right here, another headlight brick right here, and then what you do is you put these tiles on each one of those little bricks that have the studs on the side, and it kind of creates this cool little cobblestone look. Put it right back there on the back. And it looks like stonework. Not a bad little detail if you ask me. And if you don't ask me, it's still not bad detail. Alright, we're building a little storage container. This goes right here on the front. The front, I mean, this is the front of the post office. And a couple more bricks to stack up. Now we're going to build continuing on the fireplace area. What am I looking for? Is it yeah, it's black. A couple more headlight bricks. And then these beige colored bricks. The beige colored bricks are, I guess, the standard wall color for this particular model. bricks right there. And then this little curved brick piece. You can see it's a 1x4 brick that's curved. It actually connects to the side there. So it creates that cool little mantle to the fireplace. Alright, now we've got a little sign we're going to build for the front of the post office. A lot of small pieces on this one. I've got to find them all real quick. Talk amongst yourselves while I find them all. Should have them all in an instant. Okay. So this looks like our hours of operation sign. So we start by this 1x1 brick with a stud on the side. Put a couple 1x1 plates on top of it. And then another 1x1 brick with stud on the side. Another 1x1 plate. Then we put this 1x3 plate on the studs that are on the side. G-slope. And then our tile with the sticker on it. That's right, I said sticker. That has our hours of operation. There it goes. Right there on the side. Continuing on to this side where the fireplace is. So there is a little surprise. If you've never seen this set, there is a little surprise to it. And it's when we get a little bit towards the end, there's a cool little play feature, I guess you would call it, that comes with this set. So make sure you stick around. We should be getting to that in about 5 or 10 minutes because we're almost done with this first level. More of these headlight bricks with tiles on them. Just a bunch of them. And then a little reverse slope brick. Okay. So now we're starting to build the supports for the upper levels. I guess the one upper level. Alright, 14 little windows. They already have the glass panel in them. We're basically just stacking 2 each on top of each other. 1 on top of each other, I guess. So 2 total. And you can see it's following the circular motion of that brick below, or the circular path, I guess. It's not a motion, it's a path. And then another little blue band on the top. So we have 2 of these, 4 tiles, 2 1x2s, 4 modified with clip, 1, 3, trans light blue little flames, but we're not going to use them as flames. We're actually going to use them as ice. So we're going to put one on one of these clips, attach it on top of the window, put a tile right next to it, a 1x1 plate with a tile, 1x2 plate, a tile with a 1x1 plate next to that, tile, modified clip with icicle. That's what we're going to call these. We're going to call them icicles. Get 2 of these plates. 2 of the 1x1 plates. Plate coming across here. Hold that all together. And we have a 1x2 plate in the middle with 2 icicles on each side. So you can see what that looks like with the icicles hanging down. Alright. That's all going to add some stability. Those pieces we just put on there. Here's our entry door. Goes right there. Couple of arches on the inside, 1x1 bricks and cheese slopes. Now some brown detailing. A jumper plate. That's all I need for this little sub build. Okay, so this is the window header over the one window on the side. Put it up there. That finishes off the top of that window. A lot of cheese slopes in this set. So this is the door header. This goes over the door. Got some green cheese slopes in the back. 2 on the sides. And 2 of these beige ones right there over the windows. Alright. So let's build the little roof part for our bay window. Start with those pieces. One of these, 3 tiles, 2 1x1 tiles. 2 studs. One of these. Okay. Like that. That whole little module we just built. Should go right on there. Yep, lines up with everything perfectly. So there you go. Created this little cool little round bay window on the end of our post office. So now we have a window that goes above that. So this is going to be our loft space above the post office. So there's a window right there. And we need more mail. We need 3 little tiles that have mail printed on it. There's 1, 2. Should be 1 more in here somewhere. I've got to flip them over. Found it. So there's 3. A lot of mail tiles. By mail tiles, I mean pieces of mail. Not like male, female. Create a couple little sloped pieces for the top of the window and down next to the little green slopes. And then we build 2 little packages. So it's like a little box that has a mail stamp or sticker on it. Technically got that one backwards. And here's what's interesting is you put them in this side window. 1 on the side, 1 in the front. So it's almost like the post office is displaying mail that's about to get mailed off. See it? I guess can you see it through there? There's mail on display through the windows. You can see it in there. Right, so we have a little sub build here where we're going to build a top facade for our loft area. So I'm just going to blow right through this as fast as I can because there's nothing really exciting to it other than the fact that it is gonna be, I think this is gonna be the connector piece to our surprise that we're gonna see in a little bit. This little modified plate with a little bar on it. If I remember right, that's where the surprise is gonna be. If I don't remember right, oops, sorry. But there will be a surprise there, I guarantee it. Slopes and slopes, plates and plates. Okay. We do have this one little Technic element that has a little pin in there. And then we're going to attach this little light piece onto it right there. Almost done. A few more cheese slopes and one little plate. Bring this back over here and it slides right in just like that. Look at that. Starting to come together now. Starting to look like something. Alright, so here is the step that I was telling you about. Our little surprise element is about to come out of its box. Pulling all the pieces together. I'm holding off on showing it to you yet. I know the suspense is killing you. Alright. Curses. Put one of these plates on offset. One tile. Fix that real quick. Excuse me while I dissect my model. There we go. No harm done. Pretend like it never happened. Alright, so we put these little Technic plate things here. And here is our surprise. We have a light brick. Ta-da! So what we're going to do is put this little Technic axle on the end. And we've got these modified plates with a clip on it. Clips on to the little bar element right there. And eventually it's going to tilt up like that when the model's complete, and then you could push down on it and actually light up the inside of your post office. See that? See that light coming on? It does suck that you have to do it manually. I wish there was like an on switch that you just leave it on and have a lit up scene, but you don't. It is what it is. Okay, so now we're going to start building the roof. So once the roof is done, we'll be pretty much complete with the model. And the roof consists of this dark green color with, of course, the white snow accents. A lot of brown, a little bit more of the dark green. And we have a couple Technic bricks. one more brown piece. And then this is a pretty cool little way that they connect them. So these Technic bricks right there, you can see one of them has an axle hole and the other one just has regular pinholes. So we put it down here and align it with these little Technic brick pieces. And once they're aligned, all we do is put this Technic axle in there. Slides right into the axle of the Technic brick all the way through and holds on the whole roof piece just like that. So now we'll do the other side. It's very similar, although slightly different. Because it uses slightly different pattern of the white tiles. And of course it's a kind of a mirrored version of the one we just did. Same deal with the Technic bricks. We get our axle. So we line those perfectly up. Slide the axle through. Connects with the axle brick. There we go. Check that out. Now we're going to top off the chimney smokestack area. Oops, I was building it off to the side, sorry. You're like, what are you doing over there? I can't see it. Nothing. Don't look. Pretty fancy little smokestack here. Oh, that goes right on top. So this side of the post office is essentially done. Now we just have to finish this little piece over there. And it is a little sub build. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the build is gonna be done, and then we're just gonna drop it right on top of the lower level piece. It's already there. And I'm able to go through these pieces a lot faster now without having to look for them, because we're getting close to the end. And there's really not many pieces left. So it's easier and easier to find them. I have a little coffee mug up here. It's kind of silly. Of course, it's the standard Lego City issued yellow coffee mug. tall black panels inside of here. Some modified plates with clips on the top. We have another little window with the white decorative shutter pieces. And 4 of these beige cheese slopes. Now these sloped bricks actually go behind the window with corner plates in between them. A couple headlight bricks on the front. And of course more cheese slopes. Cheese slope galore on this set. Oops. That's supposed to be on the front, not the top. Couple slopes. That's all that. All that was done just to put it right there on the top of the post office. So it kind of creates a little loft space right in there. Alright, so now we're going to build 2 of these corner roof pieces. It says 2X on there. So let's get both of them built real quick. So we have this little light detail. And some of these steps, they should tell you to do one thing before the other. This is definitely one of them. You should put these little lights on the plate before you put them on the brick. Okay. A lot of white tiles. If you like white tiles, this is definitely a set to get. Alright, so each one of these attaches like that. Like that. And it attaches onto that Technic brick, just like that. So we created our little dormer roofs over each window. We have a little ridge top roof there. We have a clock that goes front of the post office right there. Now our roof elements for the loft space. This one's a little bit different than one we saw on the other side because it actually uses modified plates with little bars and clips on it. Versus the other one was attached with Technic bricks and pins. It's almost identical on this side as far as the way the snow pattern looks. Modified plates with bars on them, and then those clip on, go just like that. Alright, so the next little thing is a couple little mailboxes that go right outside next to the main entry. The doors are stickered. The little decorations you see on there are stickers. And there's a jumper plate with a stud on it, right on the top. And then we also have a little tree for decoration. It's right over there. So that's basically it for the post office. Now we do get to build one little piece here. It's the lamp. So you use a goblet. This is an actual little drinking cup on top of the lamp post. Put a stud inside of the goblet. Plate with a clip on it. And then on that clip, we put this little tail piece, cone brick right on top of that. And we have this funky little modified plate where we put this trans clear little minifigure head piece in there, and then this dome piece on top of it. You flip it over, put it on like that, attach it to our little piece there, and that's it. So I have an extra grill over here for some reason. I must have miscounted whenever I think we used 2 in here. So that's 3. Did I forget to put one somewhere? Interesting. Don't know where I could have missed that grill. Doesn't matter anyway. It doesn't look like there's anything critical that it's missing from. It has to be on the car somewhere. Maybe it's on that back piece. Yep, that's where it is. Wonder why that piece was empty. There's a little spot back here that needs something, and that's exactly where it goes. Okay, so there we go. The Winter Village post office is complete with post office, mail truck, gazebo with a band. We have our bench with the snow guy. We have a tree. We have post office workers, a dog, a bone, a whip. Just a crazy amount of stuff going on. So there you go. Thanks for sticking around for this long build. You're awesome. You're the best. Everyone that watches my videos is the best, including you. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.